It all starts with getting your grass to grow, which luckily around here we get enough rain, so it grows nicely. Then we want the rain to stop. I need a week's worth of dry weather. I whiz round on my tractor, mowing usually one field at a time. And then it's a matter of turning it every day until it's nice and crisp and dry. It just turns the damp stuff which is lying on the grass, and turns that face up, so it's facing the sun. And so the sun can dry it and the air goes through it. It's probably more important to have plenty of wind through it. Finally get off your tractor after going round and round for what feels like days. You jump off, see that it's nice and crisp. And then we got to rake it all up into rows, because at the moment it's all spread out over the fields. Rake it into rows, which then allows the baler to go around, pick it up and bale it into bales. On the farm here we still use a huge amount of people power, because we're still doing it sort of 1960s style with small conventional bales. So what normally happens, I try and get some friends around, or family or whoever I can find, and they'll start stacking the bales into groups of 6 or 8 in the field whilst I'm still going around baling. By the time I finish baling, they will have stacked a lot of these bales into groups in the field. I then get off the one tractor, put a trailer on instead of the baler, and then we start loading the bales onto the trailer. The bales then get driven up and put into the shed, so they're stacked neatly in the shed. Because obviously the neater they're stacked, the more you can get in the same size shed. We normally try and stack it as close to the goats as we can, so that it's easy then in the winter just to throw a bale down to the goats to feed from. I think ours is probably special because we've got no reseeded meadows, which means the roots of the grass are very deep rooted. It brings up minerals from quite far down. With a commercially grown pasture, if you look out across the field, it'll all be exactly the same height. If you look across our fields, you've got tall grasses, short grasses, you've got clover, which is right down. So we get a bigger range of types of grasses, I suppose, there. It's a full circle. The goats produce muck, the muck goes on the field, the muck makes the grass grow, the grass turns into hay, which feeds the goats, which then makes them poo more, which then makes more muck, and it's just a full cycle.